What is up, everybody, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Caib, and I'm here with the Dallas Depressed Boys. I'm joined with my boy Noah, and I'm joined here with my boy Justin. We're gonna have a great episode, boys. Let's get to it.
That was
Sir.
interesting. That was interesting. So, unfortunately, Sebastian is dealing with the flu, and Damien is working on his, I believe it's CDL, right?
Yep.
So, good luck to Damien. Love him to death, and Sebastian, feel better soon. Got a couple of interesting topics coming up. Um, we're going to start with some NFL news going on, just with the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot going on right now. The coaching staff is still being built, and our coordinators are now finished. We have hired offensive coordinator Klayton Adams, who was the offensive line coach for the Arizona Cardinals, and we also have finalized our hire of Matt Eberflus as the defensive coordinator. I can tell that Caib really loves that hire. So a lot of people were kind of interested about Klayton Adams. They didn't know who the fuck he was. Klayton Adams had a very good stint with the Arizona Cardinals as their offensive line coach, as I said, and was part of their very good and at decent at times run game. He'll be brought in as a non-play calling offensive coordinator. He'll be assisting Brian Schottenheimer with the scheme. And of course, Matt Eberflus needs no introduction. He was one of the best defensive coordinators for Indianapolis for a time. Was also a decent defensive play caller for the Bears until he was fired. Could have done a lot worse with the two coordinators. I think you definitely needed somebody on the defensive side to help Brian Schottenheimer, but Klayton Adams, you didn't need much. If Schotty was going to call plays, you just needed somebody to help him with the scheme, and I think Klayton Adams is one of the best to do that. Guys, what do you guys think? Do you think these were good hires, or do you think they could have done better?
Okay.
I'm so
Well,
glad because now we get to see Tyler Smith in space. It's just something about seeing that 73 kid getting space, just get some paws on the motherfucker. It's just something about seeing that kid pull. I don't know what it is. We haven't seen it a lot, but my gosh, we're about to see it now. Just something about it, man. It's just, oh, I'm excited. And then the defense, we're finally gonna have a good run defense. Not finally, but we're going to have a great run defense, in my opinion. If we can just develop Mozzie and Osa and get some more key development players or like some depth players we can just rotate in and stop the run and get some good pass rush, I think the defense can go far. Everything's gonna start with the trenches. You can have a bad defensive back. If you got a good D line or front seven, you're gonna get bailed out. It's
Mm-hmm.
just regardless. Yeah, like James Bradbury got all pro, all having a good defensive line. You know, all start with the big boys up front.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, you gotta. You can't have a bad defensive quarter. We saw what happened with Mike Nolan. That was horrible. That was bad. So get somebody
we don't
that's got
talk
some
about that.
experience. Yeah, we try not to talk about that. That was a bad time for Dallas. Um, that was a bad time for Dallas, and I'm optimistic about the Eberflus hire and Klayton Adams too. With him not being a play caller, it's definitely probably a better thing. He's definitely the kind of guy that's who you would want as a non-play calling OC. Just a position coach, kind of help build somebody up. If he's not forced to call plays, then whatever. So now we get to see what Shotty has to provide. Justin, what do you think?
Well, I definitely like the Eberflus hire because he was a former Dallas defensive coordinator, and when he was there or through his defensive coordinating career, he's had top 10 defenses, passing, running, like just all together. And I feel like I think with the scheme that he runs, I forgot K. What did you say he ran? Like you said, where the linebackers can like
You talking
really
about
fly out the
4-3?
block.
Yeah, he runs a
Yeah, the
4-3.
4-3.
You
Yeah,
need great zone players and we have
Yeah,
great zone players. So for 4-3, that's gonna work pretty fine with me. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like the linebackers will be able to flow free. The D line will be great. I feel like the secondary also. It's going to be a great defense. And I don't really know that much about the OC. The guy from the Cardinals. What was his name again? Sorry,
Clayton Adams.
Oh, Clayton
Clayton
Adams.
Adams.
Yeah,
Clayton Adams.
we're gonna see a lot of pulls and a lot of people running behind a pulling guard. For once, we usually just run inside zone stock. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see a lot more pulling, a lot more emotion, a lot more action from that offensive line. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but with Shoddy, I like him. I don't care. That man showed me something that Mike McCarthy didn't show in his 5 years, 5 seasons of coaching. He shows that, shoot, we're gonna do what we need to do to win games. We're gonna
Well,
believe in this guy.
hold on, listen up. If you look at Mike McCarthy's his interview and compared to Schottenheimer's interview, they said the same exact thing. Like, I'm not saying they're gonna be the same. We can't just base it off of what he said, bro. But the hires though, way better than what Mike McCarthy ever did. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Well,
the staff,
how much of the hires was Brian Schottenheimer being allowed to hire his own guys, and how much was?
you could tell Schottenheimer had some words to say with that staff.
Yeah, I get that. I'm saying, like, when McCarthy came, it's kind of not a fair comparison because when McCarthy came in, he was given an offensive coordinator, and he hired Mike Nolan. That was rough.
Yeah.
He had input on bringing in Dan Quinn, but he also didn't. He didn't go out and hire Dan Quinn. That was a front office move, and it was the right move. It was the right
Sure.
move.
This is my opinion, though. When
But
we got Mike McCarthy, we didn't really need that many different coordinators. We just cleaned the house on this hire. We just cleaned the house. So of
yeah,
course we needed more staff. Mike McCarthy, he was given the number one offense, and Kellen Moore with the OC. The offensive coordinator was never leaving because we had the number one offense for 2019, right? Was it 2018? Kellen Moore didn't call plays in 2018, I don't think.
I think in
yes.
2021 and 2022
In
seasons.
2018 he was the OC, but
We still had the number one offense after we got Cooper.
yeah, he
I believe
split play calling duties with Jason Garrett, and then in 2019 he took over as the play caller. But there were some rumors that Jason Garrett wasn't really letting him do play calling, so I don't really know. But yeah, 2020 was definitely his first year calling plays.
No, it was 2019. Cause I remember that's the first year we finally said, okay, we're gonna give the full keys to Kellen Moore that first year. 'Cause everybody was even like, we didn't like it at first. We like, who is Kellen Moore?
Yeah.
Who is this? And he
Well,
called
he
plays.
already had a
He had
already
Dak
had a
Prescott
rapport
like
with
MVP for the first 3 weeks of the
Yeah.
season, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of likes to rag on former players that weren't good. Like, it seems like the worst players turn out to be better coaches. So everybody just saw Kellen Moore and was like, he's a horrible quarterback. He was bad at quarterback, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a bad coach. It's not the NBA. Just because you're a good basketball player doesn't mean that you're going to be a good coach. But the only thing I'm a little concerned with on Eberflus, we've had two defensive coordinators that were take accountability guys. Like Dan Quinn and Mike Zimmer would not hesitate to bench a guy if they were playing bad. And Eberflus has not had that track record of being a disciplinarian. So I'm a little concerned on if he is actually going to take that step up and make sure these guys are disciplined. If you miss your assignment in camp, you're not going to see playing time, and he needs to be able to push that out.
If he's done 12 years or like how long he's been at DC and he hasn't done it then, I don't think he's going to do it now.
And that's what I'm concerned about. You got to keep these players accountable. I mean, that's what a coach is there for. These are grown-ass men, okay? You can't just yell at them and scream at them. It's not going to work. So you got to do something to make them play better, and in that case, it's benching them. I I really hope that Eberflus, not necessarily just Eberflus, but Shoddy as well, can keep these guys accountable, can keep them disciplined, can keep them, in line. Because the moment they start falling out of line, you need to nip that shit in the bud. Because if you don't, you're not going to last very long as a coach. I like the hire. I'd probably grade both the hires as B plus, A minus. For what Shoddy was given, they were good hires. I mean, you can't really say otherwise. At least not in my opinion.
And I like the position coaches too. Of course, like I mentioned last week, we got the Jets D lineman coach. He'll get in your face, man. If you're messing up, he'll bench you. So shoot, maybe it'll help Eberflus tell him like, hey man, say something. Then I think we got a running backs coach. I forgot what his name. We were talking about getting somebody that used to play for us.
Yeah.
That guy, but that didn't fall through. It sucks that we lost Al Harris because I felt like he was such a fiery defensive backs coach, and he just ignited those guys, and he was able to get them to see their full potential, to get them to their full potential. Had Jaron Kearse looking like a top 10 safety.
I kind of think that Al Harris gets a little too much credit sometimes. I love Al Harris to death, and I definitely know what he's done for the team. But if you look at the final year, Trevon Diggs did not look good this year. Kalen Carson's development did not pan out. He was a walking turnstile at cornerback. I will give him credit. He did do a very good job at helping develop Josh Butler. But granted, the sample size is super small. We only saw really one game where he did really, really good, but it was against the Giants. And he tore his ACL. So,
No, against Commanders too. He'll lock his stuff up.
But
he was.
Well, okay. Yeah, besides the Commanders, who else other than Scary Terry did the Commanders have? They had De'Ami Brown.
They had me up there.
De'Ami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus,
Luke McCaffrey that barely got any touches.
Exactly. So, and Trayvon followed Terry McLaurin.
Trayvon just looked so sluggish this year, man. And I get it. He tore his ACL. And, it felt like, damn, he was missing he was getting burnt so much. He was missing coverage.
And he was still bothering him.
That knee was still a problem. That knee was still a very big problem.
I feel like we should have never played him, man. We should have let him sit out.
Well, you had Kalen Carson. You couldn't sit him. Kalen Carson was not good.
He went on a little insanity run in that first game.
You don't play for the first part. You play for the later part. Because let's say we had Trevon Diggs by let's say the fifth week of the season. Okay, he's more healthy. He's getting his feet under his legs. Who we play week 5?
Shit.
The who?
The Lions.
Oh,
see, look, that's a good opportunity to get your feet under you because you're gonna be running a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
especially with J-Mo.
Yeah. Shit.
Well, we can get him to let's say bye week. Bye week. You do bye. Get him by the bye week. Have him to get all the running he can get. Because you saw at the plays he would be limping off the field, limping his butt off. He was not ready to come back at all.
Yeah.
He did make great plays, but
and now he's got an injury. And now he's got an injury that could help regress him even further.
And Trayvon's thing has always been speed. He's always kind of been the speedier corner. He's not really known as the lockdown guy. He was last year, but this year he wasn't. So I'm a little concerned with Trayvon Diggs. I have no idea what they're gonna do with him. I'm sure they're gonna give him another year or so and see how he does. But you're gonna have to make a decision on him pretty soon. So I do want to just take a quick moment before we get to the topic that I know everybody wants to talk about. we're just gonna go quickly throughout the NFL and grade the NFL coaching hires. So basically, just the head coaches. The only team that we cannot give a grade on right now is the New Orleans Saints. They have not hired a head coach. They are apparently in place to hire Kellen Moore, but who knows if that's going to happen because apparently another scandal just came out about him. So we'll start with, of course, the Chicago Bears hiring Ben Johnson as their head coach. What do we think on Ben Johnson?
A plus.
A plus. I can agree with that, man. That was a home run hit.
My gosh.
Man, you couldn't have fucked that up more. You could have. You
The
could
way
have
he's
taken
going
him.
to unleash this offense. Oh my God.
Nah,
It's gonna
bro,
be
they
good.
can have. They can have DJ Moore running some routes he never ran before. They gonna have this kid doing some stuff he's never done.
It's the first time the fucking
Roma
Bears have had
Tuesday.
a offensive coordinator that was worth a shit, man.
Maybe
DJ,
Romo's
run
gonna
this
get the
dig real
ball.
quick. A dig?
What is a
This-
dig? I ain't never ran that shit before. Shit, let me try it.
Bro, only one that nigga's about to say, I only ran some hitches, right nows, and goes. I've never ran a dig
Fucking-
route before.
Yeah,
bro.
straight
Miss Tracy
verticals,
Crawford.
hitches, maybe the slant every
crazy.
now and then.
He loves
No,
some
they don't
crosses
do
too.
no
Oh, yeah.
over the middle.
Like Jared Goff was throwing the crossers almost all year last year.
What screens?
So we'll switch to the defensive side of the ball. And keeping with the Lions, we'll switch to the New York Jets hiring Aaron Glenn. Man, I'm gonna give this one a B. I mean,
Yeah, I'm giving it a C plus B minus.
C plus B minus C.
It's like his attitude is what's gonna carry it. Cause Dan Campbell's staff have the opportunity to be the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. Let's be real. Dan Campbell's
Yeah.
staff that's the most
Who-
up in the air thing I've ever seen, bro.
Who would have thought when Dan Campbell first got hired, we were going to be talking about his coaching tree?
Shit. People, I
But
mean,
like,
Lions fans were wanting him fired after his first year.
Yeah.
Shit.
like, oh,
Man.
shit, man. After that Hard Knocks season they did, oh my gosh, they turned it up. Like,
Oh yeah. Well, people finally got to look at who Dan Campbell was, but Aaron Glenn, he's just another Robert Saleh hire. You know, it's kind of the head coaching hire that the Jets don't really need. They don't need a defensive-minded head coach, but there also weren't any amazing offensive coordinator candidates out there. Glenn has the potential to do well, but if their offensive coordinator is not good and they cannot figure out their quarterback situation, Glenn might be a one and done or a two and done. I mean,
This is my topic, bro. This
like
is
he
my
has, he's, oh, you want, I'll go
Hold on.
first since you about to cook.
topic.
right?
No, this is way different from the topic, but I want you to go. This is way different.
Oh, okay. So, damn, why? Aaron Glenn could not have been in a worse situation right now than what he's in right now. I feel like, he took it because it was a head coaching job for his former team. He felt like he could invigorate this culture and make it, say we're the New York Jets and we're gonna win games. Yeah, that's cool. But there's a lot of damn coaches that do that. Come on, man. Like, what more can you say?
it's a rough hire.
Like he has a QB. He doesn't know about his QB situation. His star receiver might want out. No, he wants out. If Aaron Rodgers is still his QB, you got an offensive line that can't protect shit. You got a D line that's still good. You got a Sauce Gardner. What defense is fine.
Yeah.
Offense is the big ass problem. And
It's going to be
Aaron Glenn's
interesting.
not going to be able to fix it. It's going to be another Robert Saleh, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate.
Look. What if they trade Devontae Adams and they're first to trade up and select out of Shador Cam Ward? It's a possibility.
I don't think Devontae's trade value is that high. I don't
No,
think it's that
but
high.
I think it is because he just how many yards? I think he had 1,000.
Well, okay. You also say that, though, you're going to have to trade with either the Titans or the Browns, okay? You're gonna have to
No,
get
I
ahead.
Don't feed QBs.
don't think the
Yeah.
Titans and Browns are getting them, bro. I think they gonna have to trade up with the Raiders.
But neither of okay, well, why would the Raiders do that? The Raiders might be
Because
looking to trade up
they
themselves.
looking at going at running back, bro. They need it. They think about going running back.
They need a
Oh, those
quarterback.
top-
They do not
those
need a
top
running
three
back.
Hold on,
Those
they
top
think
three
about
picks
waiting
need
to the next
quarterbacks.
round, bro. They think about waiting to the next round.
No, I get that. I'm not saying that. I don't see why the Raiders would do that. It's not a bad proposal. I just don't think Devontae Adams' trade value is as good as people think.
They gonna add Aaron Rodgers in that bitch too.
And-
They gonna add both of them in that package.
Not-
Devontae Adams will go back to the team that he just got.
That was also
No,
something I was about to say.
I was just saying that for fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
No.
I could see it.
They
I
might
just
trade with the Panthers. The Panthers with Devontae Adams in the first round pick. With
That'd be a
next
good
year's
fit.
second.
I could
That
see
would
that.
be a good fit.
That would be a good fit.
But
Um,
other than that, they gonna have to get in front of the Raiders. That's all I know.
yeah. Well, they're gonna have to get in
think-
front of the Raiders. I don't know what the Browns or the Titans are gonna do. I think
I think it's gonna be Travis Hunter first and Abdul Carter second because Miles Garrett wants out. So
Yeah.
now it's very much.
Oh,
clear
yeah,
that
you do need
They're
him
gonna have to
now.
replace Miles Garrett.
yeah,
So
that could be a good fit.
Yeah.
That could
I mean,
definitely be a good
they
fit.
can get a lot. They can trade back in
Yes.
the first round, get Miles Garrett for another first round pick. They can get some players in this draft. They could
Mhm.
trade with whoever. They can get some good players.
So
They could probably trade for the Raiders and get Max Crosby and Miles Garrett on the same team and get that quarterback.
if the Raiders will let Max Crosby actually go somewhere, they've been holding that boy hostage.
No,
They won't trade him for
the
shit.
Raiders gonna trade their first round pick for Miles Garrett. I'll say that's what it could have.
Oh fuck! Oh my
I don't know
god!
about that.
Imagine that
I'm just
though.
saying possibilities, bro. Or they could trade with the Panthers and get Miles Garrett on the Panthers. Whatever.
Imagine that defensive line though. Max Crosby and Miles Garrett. Oh my god! Holy shit, man!
Jeez.
And you got Christian Wilkins up the middle.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah. You're done. You're done.
Yikes.
Oh, my God.
That's cookie.
That's an
Wow, 0.2
expensive defensive
seconds.
line though. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's like
But
almost.
they have all
Miles
cap
Garrett
space
gonna
in
want-
there.
Miles Garrett going to want to sign a long-term deal, you know. Like,
Well, he also wants to go somewhere where he can win. So
yeah.
that kind of nixes the Raiders off right now.
Anywhere in the first round, the Carolina Panthers or the Patriots have the best odds of winning, in my opinion. Because if the Bryce Young, bro, look,
If
they're
Bryce
in the
Young
weakest.
develops pretty well.
That sounds good, but I'm talking
The
about the whole
Panthers are in
team.
the weakest conference, bro. They in the weakest division, bro. They can just get a few more players. There are a few more pieces on offense and one more piece on defense for being the playoff team. Because if the development of Bryce Young keep on going up, bro, you know how good they're gonna be.
Shit.
Oh,
It's like
Ooh.
it's gonna be like another Houston Texans situation, bro,
So
or Detroit Lions situation.
well, tell them to get some defense then. I'm not going to lie.
we're gonna move down south to the Jacksonville Jaguars hiring Liam Cohen. This was such a fucking.
Duval.
This was such a weird ass coaching hire, where
Who is that guy?
he came back. He took himself out of the Jaguars coaching search, stated his intention to sign with Tampa Bay, a massive extension to make him the highest paid coordinator in the league, and then the Jaguars fired Trent Baalke and he lied to head coach Todd Bowles about taking the interview. Eventually was hired, and now Tampa Bay is being very salty about it, and they will not let him hire anybody from their coaching staff. Liam Cohen's an interesting one because he's got the potential to go either way. I'm gonna give Liam Cohen a C+. Liam Cohen
another-
is.
He was the Bucks OC, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Liam Cohen came from Kentucky. He's the one that got Will Levis drafted, pretty much. He helped. Yeah, exactly. He helped Tampa really polish their offense, and he helped Baker with his career resurgence. So I think Liam. The only reason I give it a C plus is he kind of gives me the idea that he's going to be like one of those really good coordinators that just doesn't translate to an NFL head coach.
Josh Giddy.
Yeah.
Like a Josh Giddy.
Yeah.
Damn, could that happen for Ben Johnson?
Shit.
Huh?
It could.
Like,
No, I just
imagine-
I don't really like the hire, to be honest. I think the the Jaguars could have done a whole lot better.
but bro, it's Duval.
Yeah.
Come on.
That is gonna go down in legend.
Broncos country.
Especially if he wins, bro, that would be going crazy.
Shit.
Like NFL memes and Ghetto Gronk gonna have. That's gonna be premium.
So we'll move back up north to the New England Patriots because I forgot that they hired a head coach. New England Patriots went with a familiar face in Mike Vrabel.
I ain't mad at that.
Yes, sir.
I ain't mad with that at all. I think they
I'll
needed
give
a
it a B.
disciplinarian. I
I'll give
think
it a B.
I think they needed a disciplinarian. I'll give it higher. I'd give it an A.
I give it an A too.
I think they
I'm worried
needed
about the
somebody.
offense.
Well,
They
they
gonna
had
bring back that Patriots culture.
yeah, they brought
just
they
like
brought
Bill
back Josh
Belichick had.
McDaniels. And
Ooh.
McDaniels is an amazing coordinator. He's amazing OC. He's just a horrible head coach.
Drake Mayfield get that over.
He's a really good offensive coordinator.
Vrabel knows the system. Like he knows that, hard Patriots way. Like Bill Belichick instilled in everybody. He built that culture. He played for them, and that defense. Shoot, the offense. Like Drake May, he has potential to be a top 10 quarterback
Top
next
3
year.
quarterback. He has potential to be the best damn quarterback in the game.
Got a lot of potential.
I'm talking about next year. I mean, just to be a top 10. But yeah, best quarterback in the league type thing. And shoot, I don't know what else. I lost track of thought. But it will be a great defense.
Let's just cap it off with saying that Josh McDaniels made Mac Jones look like one of the best quarterbacks in the league while he was there. So, so that should tell you. Oh, shit.
He's glitching.
I'm glitching everywhere. Yeah, I think the Patriots just needed a really. Come on, man. I think the Patriots just needed a solid head coach. They needed a disciplinarian, and that's what they got.
Water is so good. I'm sorry.
Okay. And the last head coaching hire, since the Saints haven't hired one, Pete Carroll to the Raiders. Didn't expect that at all. It's going to be interesting because Pete Carroll is definitely an established figure in this NFL landscape, but I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite hire. I'd probably give it a B minus. I just, Carroll hasn't. He hasn't done great with less, but he can at least keep you mediocre. So if the Raiders can hit and they can get him some help, then maybe, but they don't have a quarterback.
I got a point though. How bad is the Raiders' offense? They competed. The Raiders don't have a bad offense in my opinion. They competed with the Chiefs. They competed with the Chiefs with less. Who did they have a quarterback? Aiden
O'Connell.
Yeah.
And Gardner Minshew. Oh well, Gardner Minshew.
Bro, Jacoby Myers is pretty solid.
Just give Brock Bowers the ball. Give Brock Bowers the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We already know about Trey Tucker. Those are solid players that they're running back and a quarterback away from being a pretty good team, in my opinion.
Well, and
the O-line is already solid.
I have a point.
That offense is not bad, bro.
I have a point. He should have ran it. That's the point.
Shador Sanders might be the best quarterback for that team, though. They need an accurate quarterback that can just get their players the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Shador Sanders, Kobe Myers will feed families. Okay. No, Shador Sanders to Brock Bowers for a game-winning touchdown with feed advantage.
I'm telling you,
Shit.
bro. Like that, bro. I'm telling you. Should the Raiders do not need a quarterback like Cam Ward because it's going to be turnover frenzy because that's the type of offense that he likes to run. They need an accurate quarterback for the players they have. They need someone that can just put the ball in their chest and let them make plays. And that I think that's Shador. Cam Ward needs to go to a team where they can afford mistakes like the Giants. They can afford that because they're trying to build a player. The Raiders are in more of a win now situation than the Giants, in my opinion.
Win now.
Yes,
Not gonna
that
lie.
offense is not bad, bro. That
But
offense
there's
is not bad at all.
what
Think
about
about
that
it. They don't
defense
have a
though?
bad. Their O line is not bad. They have one of the best offensive guards in Jordan Meredith. Like,
But
That's
what about that defense though?
look at
well,
bro. He
Like
was
I don't
rated
know
a six
anybody else on
offensive
Max
guard. He's one of
Crosby.
the best pass blocker guards in the fucking NFL. Jordan Meredith is solid as hell.
yeah, but they're also going to
They
lose some defensive pieces in free agency.
they can get that in the free agent. They can go back in the free agency. Hey, I'm telling they. I'm talking about they in more of a win now situation than the fucking Giants, in my opinion.
I don't know. If they're more win now, what did they not draft a rookie QB?
Well,
They might
you gotta
not.
agree.
They might not. It
They
is the
might not, but I'm
Raiders.
just saying, like, the whole roster is not as bad
We're like
as.
talking about Shador Sanders being drafted there, so that's why I was just saying.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. If Shador is drafted there, they're going to be good, in my opinion. It's all about scheme and matchup. Cam Ward, he needs to go to a team like the Giants where he can just use his magic and let his whole skill set be on display. Shador needs to go somewhere where he can just be comfortable. Just comfortable enough. I think that's the Raiders offense, in my opinion. I think he'd be comfortable there.
I give Carroll a damn D minus. Fuck that guy. He should have ran it.
Shit.
Imagine he makes that mistake again.
Exactly. And I'm giving that shit an F.
He got
F minus
Ashton
minus.
Genty in the backfield and he decides to throw the fucking ball.
I am. I'm interested to see what happens with the Raiders. I really don't know what they're gonna do. Um, you know, it's kind of a win now hire, and I don't know if I really like it because the Raiders aren't really in a win now situation. Excuse me, looking at my phone too. I'm trying to find something here, but you know, it's going to be interesting to see how the Raiders move forward. So that is all of the NFL news we have.
So
Justin
mid.
Justin has been nagging the fuck out of me to include some NBA content, and boy, do we have some NBA content. For those of you who don't know, I am a Detroit Pistons fan, so
No.
I am eternally sad. Um,
Don't
and
do that.
a few days ago, 4 days in particular,
No.
we had the most insane trade in NBA history. The Dallas Mavericks traded their star point guard, shooting guard, small forward, whatever you want to call him, Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Justin, I'm going to let you jump on this because I know you've been wanting to.
Hey, shut up. This is my
I'm going to
Hey,
let, actually, you know what? I'm going to let both of you talk about it because you all are the more NBA savvy. Guys,
Hey, what the hell,
what
man?
happened
What are you
here?
trying to
What happened here?
Hold on. This hits home right here. This hit fucking home. This shit.
Oh yeah, you're a Dallas
You
fan.
don't trade, bro. You don't trade a 25-year-old that's in his prime. You don't look, bro. Justin, if you were the Heat and you had Luka freaking Doncic, Are you letting that kid leave the building? Are you letting that kid go to McDonald's by himself?
Oh hell no, because Pat Riley's not a dumbass.
Exactly. You don't let those players leave your premises, bro. You have those kids over you're supervising them motherfuckers. You don't let them leave. Now, in all hindsight, is it a bad trade? For a win now situation for the Mavericks, it's not a bad trade. But your future, let's look it down 10 more years. The Lakers might have more championships by the time we're all said and done because of Luka freaking Doncic is on the fucking Lakers. You know, but we only had two superstars in a whole fucking career. Two, Luka and Dirk. They somehow were both white, and European, and other stuff. I don't.
Crashing out.
Justin, I think
Anyway.
that's your cue.
I've never seen anything like this in my 21 years of life. People, nigga,
Damn,
you gonna let me talk? Anyways,
old ass nigga.
look, shut up, bro. You say
Old
hey.
ass nigga.
Anyways. Luka Doncic is a top 5 player. He's going to the Hall of Fame when his career is said and done. He just bought a $15 million house in Dallas. This man has 5 All-NBA team selections in his first 6 years in the league. He should have made an All-Star team his first year, if we're really being honest. All-Star every year after that. Just took them to the NBA Finals.
Bro, you don't get to yell like this. This is your fucking team, bro.
Shut up, bro. I'm an NBA fan more than a Heat
You
fan.
don't get
Shut
to
up.
yell like this, bro. This is my team, bro.
I'm
This is
trying to
the
cook.
2
I'm
on
trying
5
to
nigga.
cook.
What you be saying?
Hey,
It's a
bro.
7-5-7.
You wrong this
You
shit.
don't feel
You're
this
wrong.
shit. You don't feel this shit. I do. You
Oh,
feel
I'm
it.
getting so much entertainment right now. Shit, I ain't never been.
Hey, can you let me? Hey,
Shit.
can I finish my point, bro? Damn.
Shit.
No,
All right.
you don't feel this shit, bro. You don't feel it.
Nigga, let me finish, please. Damn.
No.
All right.
Just keep going, Justin. Shit.
I'm trying. He just took him to the finals. And if he wasn't injured right now and missed all these games, he would have been still cooking. You trade him, you trade your future franchise player for a 30-year-old man who hasn't had a healthy season since being traded to the Lakers in 2020, 2019.
Well, he did play
How was
70
that?
games last year.
So,
He's still glass. He's injured right now.
I mean, if
I
he's
might not
glad,
even
where's
true.
Luka? Well, Luka's been missing a lot of games too.
let
What?
me
And mostly in his career.
let me give
Luka's been in the
you
league.
an
Bro. We traded this kid, this white amazing kid, the unathletic LeBron James, for a half-eaten apple and a dozen donuts. That's what we traded that kid for.
you gonna disrespect Max Christie? Damn, that's wild.
Oh, a fool eating the apple. Holy, a fool eating the
You
apple.
don't just trade your franchise player like it's nothing,
Like,
bro. I don't give a
it's a
freak.
right
And
now.
So
how are you scared to pay Luka Doncic a supermax with doing everything he's done for your team?
let
Just
me
because you think he's 270 pounds. He's not no 270 pounds. Shut the fuck up and pay that man.
Justin, I don't give a fuck if that kid's 400 pounds. You pay that kid.
Exactly.
So let me give a little bit of outside perspective, okay? This is an unbiased perspective coming from both teams, okay? Because we have a Dallas fan, we have a Heat fan. I'm a Pistons fan, so I know what it's like to be bad. I know what it's like. So okay, listen. When I got when I saw the report that Dallas was trading Luka Doncic, I had the same exact reaction to everyone. I was playing 2K with a couple of friends, and one of my friends just came into the party randomly and said that Luka got traded. I thought that Shams got hacked, like everybody. Everybody thought Shams got hacked. I mean, it's the only reasonable thing.
It didn't sound real.
Then when it came out that it was real, I started thinking, well, okay, why the fuck would the Mavericks do that? Why would they do that? I was like, well, okay, surely they got enough. I looked at my phone and I saw what they got. Getting AD, a 32-year-old power forward center, which is not a position of need for the Mavericks, by the way. They don't need a power forward or center.
We did need a power forward, bro.
Not really.
Y'all
You
had
have
Gafford and PJ Washington. What are you
You
talking
have
about?
PJ Washington is better at the 3.
at the
He's
three?
still not.
What?
Yes. Yes.
He's
yes.
fucking
He's a
6
stretch
foot.
four.
He's fucking 6'10".
6'8". He's 6'9". He's not sick. That
He
nigga's
can
not
okay,
sick. You know,
okay,
niggas
fine.
cap about they
He
height.
can play at the power
His natural
forward.
position is
He can
4.
play at the 3 and 4, bro.
Okay,
Either
fine,
way, y'all didn't need another
fine.
power
You
forward. Y'all had
didn't, but
Maxi
you really
Kleber,
didn't
too.
need him. That's the thing.
We traded Maxi Kleber, buddy.
Yeah, you.
Exactly. Y'all still needed him. Y'all still didn't need another power forward. Oh.
So-
Yes, we did.
okay.
We got rid of one.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me.
That sounds stupid.
So, this is why I don't talk about NBA a ton because I'm not as knowledgeable. But I'm looking at the Lakers right now. Okay, they've got, I don't know who the fuck their point guard is. I guess it's LeBron. But
Austin Reeves.
Nah, it's
okay,
gonna be Luka.
Austin Reeves, Luka, whatever. They've got Austin Reeves at the 1, James, Max Christie, I guess, whatever, and then their
Christie's
centers.
on our team now. Christie's on
It's
our
going
team now.
This is what it's going to be. It's going to be Luka, Austin Reeves, LeBron. Who's their power
I think they're
forward?
gonna put.
Marquise Morris.
I think they're gonna put Hachimura at the 3 and LeBron at the 4. I don't know yet.
Well, interchangeable, and then Jackson Hayes
Yeah.
because they don't have a center.
So
They need a backup center.
here's
They
the
need
thing.
one.
They need a
Here's what I'm
starting center
thinking.
bad.
Here's what I'm thinking. The Lakers now have absolutely no defense. Luka's not a good
Yeah.
defender. He's not. Everybody agrees
Hey,
on
look,
that.
Just imagine this, bro. It's gonna be like the 2019, no, 2022 when we went to the conference finals, I believe, and we had no defense. We got our ass washed by the Warriors. We got pen to paper built to ass. It's gonna be just like that, bro.
So
Like
I forgot he went to the
the
Western Conference.
Lakers' best defensive player in their starting lineup
very
is probably LeBron or whatever. So they just don't. I mean, why would okay? It doesn't make sense for either team, okay? Because you traded for Luka Doncic, who you're going to have to pay in a year, probably at
but
most.
it's not. Look,
But it's
it's
gonna
not
be
gonna
less
be the
money.
345 million. It's gonna be
Exactly.
200 something
Okay.
million.
Still, you're going to have to pay Luka in a year. You have just paid Austin Reeves. You traded for Jared Vanderbilt, which when he's on the court, your team looks better defensively. Rui Hachimura has been a good offensive player for you, but he's inconsistent. You don't have a starting center besides Maxi Kleber or Jackson Hayes, whoever the fuck you want to start. You don't have a backup center. Your bench looks like horse shit. It's horrible.
That bench is not that bad.
It's not great. It's not championship caliber. Your starters are gonna have to play like 30 to 40 minutes a game, and you have a 41-year-old LeBron James who is clearly regressing this year. He is getting worse.
They got rid of D'Lo mid-season. So they
25 and 9 is regressing.
He's still okay. Listen,
25 and 9.
I'm not
true
saying
at
the
40.
stats are regressing, but if you look at his game per game averages, they're not where they used to be. He's 40 years old. I'm not knocking him whatsoever. I'm just saying he is getting older, and he has hinted that this could be his last year. So you're now
His last 10 games real quick.
So you're now relying on a Luka Doncic who apparently weighs 270 pounds and has conditioning issues.
Damn.
You're relying on a Luka Doncic who doesn't play defense but is an amazing offensive player, and you're going to have to build a defensive team around it. The problem becomes Los Angeles has nothing to trade. They don't have any draft capital. They just traded a 2029 first-round pick to get Luka. That was their first-round pick. That was their next first-round pick they have. So they don't have any draft capital. They have clear issues all around their team. They have no depth.
But
I don't know what the Lakers are doing. Then and Caib, you're not going to like this You're not going to like this, but I need you to hear me out. The Dallas Mavericks doesn't make sense for them either, because you traded for a glass machine a glass machine at power forward for Anthony Davis. You got a shooting guard, small forward, and Max Christie who hasn't looked good, and you got a 20.
Max Christie's actually been a very good development player.
Okay.
And just shot 22 points last night.
So is he worth? Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Is he worth Luka
Nobody's
Doncic?
worth Luka right now.
Okay.
Nobody's worth
He's
Luka right now.
he's not worth Joel Embiid.
Exactly. So, okay, my point being, the Mavericks didn't get enough for Luka Doncic. They didn't shop him around. They just called the Lakers.
Exactly. Bro, no, look, no. We was trying to get more draft picks for fucking Luka. Guess what? Rob Pelinka snake ass. He said, "I wouldn't want to give up all those draft picks for a guy that's out of
Exactly.
shape."
But can you blame Rob Pelinka though? Because he fleeced your GM. Your GM is a moron. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm blaming my sorry ass GM that fell for that bait.
Nico Harrison, he has got to lose his job because if I'm the Mavericks, okay, and I'm competing for championships. I just made the NBA Finals a few years ago, and last year. Exactly, you're right. Just broke the team apart. You basically just traded your best player for an aging power forward. Is it a win now move? Not really, because you already were winning. You were winning with the team that you had. Now, their record this year doesn't show it, and that's mainly because a lot of their stars were hurt. Kyrie's been in and out.
Barely played this year.
Right. Luka's barely played. Gafford's looked horrible.
Like, this is my take on it. Like, Nico, you must have thought of this shit after the finals or some shit. You must have been thinking about this for a while.
Had to be, bro.
Had to be.
Because there's no way you sit up there and say Luka did not perform. Bro, nobody was beating that Celtics team.
Yeah.
That was the craziest constructed, best Celtics team I've seen in years.
That was
their big three. Nobody was beating that team. So now you trade a guy who, of course, is 25, a superstar, and have Kyrie be your main focus of offense with AD.
Which has never worked.
Everywhere Kyrie has tried to be a number one, he has never been a number one. He's always been a number two. Why are you trying to do what?
Well, I think Anthony Davis will take over that number one spot, though. I really think
for 5 games
until he gets hurt.
Calf injury. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You traded away a future for 3 years of prime.
It's weird because the Lakers traded and now they have no defense. The Mavericks traded and now they don't have much offense because just hear me out. Just hear me out. Because they can't stay healthy is what I'm saying. They can't stay healthy. If everybody on their team is healthy, their offense and defense are out of this world. They are amazing. This trade could work. You just didn't get enough for a superstar.
You are so right.
How do you? I just help me understand. Okay.
This is the first time in NBA history that two
if Rudy Gobert can get traded for four first round picks and Luka Doncic only get traded for one, what does that say about our GM?
So
it's dumb as shit.
Just help me understand, okay? Just hear me out and help me understand. You did not tell Luka that you were trading.
You didn't tell nobody.
That you were trading him, okay?
He told
the Lakers didn't tell anybody because they didn't expect it. Okay? So if I'm Nico Harrison, I didn't tell Luka that I'm trading him. Why in the fuck are you not getting offers from anywhere? You called the Lakers with the idea that they were going to be your trade destination. There's nothing that says otherwise. He's not come out and said anything otherwise. He didn't tell Jason Kidd, who, by the way, looked pissed at that press conconference. He was pissed.
Jason Kidd looked like he wanted to beat his ass.
He didn't even tell the owner he was making that move.
Exactly.
He didn't tell the owner. He told the owner earlier. No, he told the owner about.
He told Mark Cuban before Mark Cuban sold the team, and Mark Cuban shot it down. He didn't tell the owner at all.
Wait a minute. I did see something saying he did tell the owner, and the owner laughed at him. But
that was Mark Cuban. That was Mark Cuban.
Cuban story.
Yeah, because Mark Cuban sold the team earlier this year, and he talked about it last year. And the new owner, I get where you saw that because he did bring it up to the new owner, and the new owner did laugh at him. But the serious talks and the main report that came out was with Mark Cuban. So I don't understand. And you know what? Even if you are right, Justin, I'd laugh at him too.
Yeah.
But
My
look, I'm talking about when the
Rob
whole
Palenka
trade
even
went
said
down.
you're kidding, right?
Nobody knew. Nobody knew he called the Lakers on some shit like that, bro.
it's stupid.
Nobody knew that.
It's
We
stupid.
all found out at the same time. Luka
Yeah.
found out as we found out.
And
Like that is crazy.
talk about how
Lucas, like he knew
unprofessional that
exactly
is
found out
too.
we found out too.
I mean,
Lucas
Like
said he thought it was a prank. Lucas,
you don't have the respect for your star player to tell him before the
at
media.
least sit him down.
Exactly. Like I get you have issues about his weight and conditioning, but it's fucking Luka Doncic.
And the
you're
audacity
dropping
for him to
35
justify
tonight.
the reason him having that weight to trade him is crazy. Nah, you a bitch.
So
For some reason,
Bro.
you mad. Like,
But
I don't know,
look,
bro.
hear about this. That's more of a knock on your staff for not getting your players in shape than it is
exactly.
him for real.
Exactly.
That's more on the staff for getting him for not being in his corner.
You're calling out
Well, I
Jason
think it-
Kidd more than anything else.
Exactly.
Um,
So
so
and look, bro, Luka could be 400 pounds and drop 40 on anybody in the NBA. Luka could stand at the half court mark until it's time to get on offense and still drop 40, bro.
Well, I keep
Like,
looking at their both AD and Luca's faces, and I just feel so bad for both of them.
well, neither
It's
of
like
them.
they're
No,
trying to
here's the thing,
make it
though.
seem like they're there, but they're not there.
80 and Max Christie finna get so much unwanted hate. They're
Yeah.
so undeserving hate.
Yeah.
And
And look,
Luka
They couldn't even
would
get
too.
his number of All Stars right. on
Luka's
their
not gonna
women's
get any
team.
hate because the Lakers love him and we miss him. So he's
Yeah,
not gonna
good
get no
point.
hate.
That is true. And the bad thing is, you did such a disservice to your superstar. He just bought a $15 million mansion in Dallas, and you trade him a week
He
later.
was never going to leave. He wanted to retire.
Exactly.
Dallas
He
Mavericks.
wanted to stay. You didn't give him any heads up. If I'm Luka, I'm looking. Welcome
Do my eyes
Miles?
to see me?
Welcome Miles. If I'm Luka, I'm probably
Dropping
looking into
80.
some kind of fucking litigation against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm serious.
Yeah,
he
you're
just-
gonna give me all my $15 million back.
He just dropped $15 million on a house, and then he got traded a week later. Now, granted, I don't know how the law works, so I doubt he would actually do that. But look,
And you traded me to a team where there's income tax in the most highly taxed
oh yeah,
fucking city in the fucking country. Oh yeah, you're done.
they mishandled
You're
this
done, man.
so fucking bad. And look at what the Heat did with Jimmy Butler. Okay, they shopped him around. They made it known he's being traded. We're trading him. They shopped him around. They got the best deal possible. I like being the Detroit Pistons because we just get everybody's table scraps.
See, and the best thing is they signed him to a $121 million deal. We weren't giving him that shit.
Yeah.
He's 34. What the hell?
Well, he is
Good
a really good 34-year-old defensive player.
But in that system, like Jimmy needs the ball to really thrive. Curry in that, like he's not gonna be no spot up shooter like they think he's gonna be. I'm sorry, like I don't know how that's gonna work, but hey, good for them.
It's like
He's still good, but
It's like the Eric. Have you seen the Eric Pascal interview where he was talking about his time in Golden State? So
no, I don't think I have.
So Eric Pascal went on a podcast and talked about his time, and he was talking about how the system is built around Steph, as it should be. You know, Steph is one of the best players the game has ever seen. So, you know, but the problem is the system is built solely around Steph. So players are going to have to be catch and shoot. That's pretty much what they are.
Which
That's
Jimmy is okay at, but like
he's not a catch and shoot guy. It's just not what he is.
nah.
There's no problem with that, but he's not a catch and shoot guy. So you're trading for a 34-year-old small forward who is a great defensive player, but he needs the ball in his hands to do anything on offense.
Exactly.
He's not a great catch and shoot guy. So
And you just traded your catch and shoot guy to us. Thank you. I'll take Andrew Wiggins. I'll take PJ Tucker.
yeah, and
We got Kyle Anderson,
they
a great
lost-
3D guy, and a first-round pick.
they lost Klay Thompson. I also don't know how good Klay Thompson's been for the Mavericks. Caib, has he been
He's
any
been
good? Has he been bad?
he has some days where he's like the best shooter in the fucking world. Then he has some days where he just looks like Jordan Poole on the offense.
He's old.
But
um,
to be honest, what can we ask for? Because our whole team's been really hurt, so we're putting a lot of pressure on the older guy. But I feel like when the whole team gets injured, Max Christie's going to take a lot of weight off of Clay's shoulders. If you think he was 4 for 4 from three yesterday, last night.
and he get 22 points in like something like that. Like
Hey, he almost had a double, bro. He had like 15 and 9.
Can we take a second and appreciate the Pistons GM, Trajan Langdon? Stop! Don't roll your eyes. I'm a Pistons fan. I get my spotlight just like everybody else. Damn it, bruh. He made two trades today. Two trades where he got 3 players and 2 second-round picks, and he didn't give up shit to get them. He is a fucking legend.
but it's the Pistons, man. I'm sorry.
No,
Look,
Okay, but
the Mavericks are busting all y'all ass. Let's be real.
closing remarks about Luka, though. Luka, he doesn't know it, but he just lucked himself into the best situation. He gets to be the franchise guy of the most famous storied franchise in NBA history, shit in sports history. He gets to learn from probably the greatest player of all time in LeBron James. He will make more money off of just endorsements in LA being the guy than he'll get from that Superman. He'll make that and the money he's going to make for the contract. And LA will make enough money to get him a second guy, so he'll be able to win. And he'll learn from LeBron how to condition himself, so he won't have ever concerns about him being fat. But even if he was fat, he's dropping 60 on your favorite team every night. I don't give a fuck. But either way, Luka, he doesn't know it now, but he's going to be that guy for LA. He's going to take a whole other level than what he did. If you think Dallas Luka was crazy, welcome to LA, Luka. Let's go. That first game going to hit like crack.
Nah, for real. LA Luka, I think Luka's going to have more freedom at LA. Because now we all know LeBron's okay with taking that backseat role.
Oh, yeah.
He
20-plus
gets
years.
to drop 50 in front the biggest market in the fucking world. So, do you not think that's good for that's great for basketball?
The NBA is the NBA again, bro. Come on.
Nah, I wouldn't say all that, bro. They need a few more teams. Like you know how they don't have like that one player that can market off of, bro. Like the NFL. It's like it used to be only LeBron and Curry. Now they don't have that true superstar no more. Like Embiid, yes, he's a superstar, but is he a superstar like LeBron and Curry or like a Mahomes and fucking Lamar Jackson? Is he a superstar like those? You know, NFL have way more marketable players to the point where you want to see those guys. Embiid, you never know if you're going to be able to see those guys. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking load management in the NFL. You don't know if you're gonna see a guy in the NBA or not. So what's wrong with the NBA is, okay, you got 82 games. How many of those 82 games will I see the player that I'm here to see the most? And you don't know if you're gonna see them over twice that whole year. You don't know if you're gonna see them that much. So with the NBA, you have more of a ego thing with the players. Players not gonna want to play. They're not getting their money. They're not going to play. They feel just a little sore. They're not going to want to play. So that's why I said NBA is not going to be NBA until someone has that dog mentality that everybody's been looking for. That mentality. You know what I'm saying? They need a Ron Artest in that NBA again, bro. They need someone who's fun to watch. Like a Amin Thompson, he's going to be fun to watch for a while.
Anthony Edwards is not that.
He is, but how many, bro? Anthony Edwards is not getting pushed like that.
How many games?
They don't put all their
He's
superstars.
marketable. Like what else?
Listen, they don't put all their. You're not listening. They're not going. They don't be marketing Anthony Edwards like he's supposed to be marketed. Let's be real. How many games on primetime television do the Timberwolves have? Not a lot.
Not very many.
A lot.
You don't. So you're not. How many games do you see LaMelo Ball play? They don't market their most marketable players because it's
small
all
markets.
They're small markets, though.
They don't mean shit. Hold on. Kansas City is a small market, and they market Mahomes off like he's a
But they're
fucking puppy.
hold on. They're successful though. You're comparing two different
Exactly.
sports now.
No. I get what you're saying. No. I get what you're saying. But I'm talking about you have players that you can market your ass off and make quite a bit of money. But just because they were a small market and a bad team, which I see, don't get me wrong, I understand that part. But if you want to make money and get who don't want to see LaMelo Ball play dickhead basketball, bro? Who don't
He
want
plays
to
for
see
the
that?
Hornets, though.
I
That's the
know
team.
who don't
Well,
want to see
to
LaMelo
be
Ball.
fair, when LeBron came into the league, they marketed the shit out of the Cavs. So
Well, LeBron was a next generational, once in a lifetime generational prospect that
It's
had to live
LeBron. He
up
was
to the
projected to
hype,
be the greatest thing.
so was
It's
Victor.
and
LeBron.
he
They did the
exceeded
same thing
it.
with
And
him,
Victor
too.
might exceed that shit. Shit.
Exactly. Well, I'm just saying, you got to market your players that's going to make you a lot of money.
I
LaMelo
feel
Ball's
like
already, I think, top 10, top 15 jersey sales and with barely any marketability. What do you think is going to happen if they just give him at least 5 primetime games, bro? 5 more primetime games. He's going to be up there. If they just give him a little more showtime, a little more TV time, he's going to be probably top 5, bro. In my opinion. Anthony Edwards, you talking about bad teams, small markets. Put the Timberwolves on primetime television more. They're going to make a whole lot more money because Anthony Edwards is probably one of the most exciting players the game has. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know what I'm saying. Even Cunningham, bro.
I'm trying to understand, but like, yeah, I kind of get it. I'm just saying, like, they're soft. I feel like they're soft launch at AE. Like they
You want to
have
see the Lakers every fucking Sunday? Do you want to see the Lakers every day?
shit with Luka on the team. Yeah.
So what you're saying is that the Pistons
They,
should get more national games. I see. I got you.
Whoever said
bro,
that? What are
Cade
you talking
Cunningham
about?
is a very exciting player. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
And
he
you
is
need
not
to
no
get your
top five
exciting players out more to keep it fresh. There's some good games that's not being seen because of television.
Justin, you shut your
Well,
hating ass up. I heard that little
Well, not
comment.
every
Bro,
team
the
can play on.
Pistons play
Not every
hard, bro.
team can play on freaking prime time, whatever. Like they can't play on
Well,
every
they
team.
they
can
just
be on
lost
ESPN.
against the Cavs, so you know.
I'm not saying
And we
I'm
just
talking
beat
about
Philly
players that are
tonight. Well,
exciting
fuck
players,
y'all.
bro. Like you need
Tyler
to put
Hero
your
got
players out
37
there
and
more.
7.
You can't just have the Lakers having 30 primetime games a fucking year.
There's a reason why the NBA viewership is down, and that's a big reason why. They're not
Because
showing off their young players. They're showing off LeBron. But look, we've watched LeBron for 20 fucking seasons. We're kind of tired of seeing him every single day. I mean, he's kind of turning into how Tom Brady was. You know how everybody, like, you can't really hate on his game because he is one of the best to ever do it. But everybody's just like, would you just fucking retire already? Like, we're tired of seeing you. Go sit down, old man. Like, kind of like that. LeBron realistically could, if he wanted, play for another 2 or 3 years. But
5 shit.
so does he want to do that? No. Is it going to be good for league ratings? Absolutely not. You know,
Time to move on, bro.
it's
It's
time
like
to
when
move
you
on.
go into it's like when you go into all NBA season, you get into the 2040s. It's like, bruh, nobody's there anymore. Like, it's kind of getting old. It doesn't feel familiar. It's not fun anymore.
Well, that's
It's time to hang it up.
the
It's
NBA
because he
suffered
grew
with
up with these
that.
players.
The NBA suffered with it, and who was it? I think it was Chris Bouchard brought up a good point. I could be wrong on who said it, but they were talking about why the NBA league ratings were down, and it's kind of because there's not really that one player that people were looking for. You know, like they had MJ, you know, in the 90s. MJ retired, he was immediately followed up by Kobe. But Kobe kind of got overshadowed by LeBron. Now LeBron's towards the end of his career, and there's not like a clear-cut number one guy that everybody watches. It's
Well, Wembanyama, everybody wants to see Wembanyama, but they're not giving him the television time like he's supposed to have.
because the Spurs aren't winning.
No,
It's
I
all
don't give a
about
damn.
if you're
The
winning.
Cavaliers wasn't winning in LeBron's first season, and they
Right.
still showed it.
But does everybody, do you hold
Hey, stop blowing your
Victor,
fucking boy.
does everybody regard Victor in the same category as they did with LeBron.
Damn, hold on. As a prospect, damn near. Not gonna lie.
Okay, but
Seven
they
more guard skills.
the other thing is LeBron was a one-man show in his first year. Victor wasn't helping his team win in his first year. He was kind of going through the motions. In LeBron's second and third season, what was it? His third season, he led that horrible Cavs team to the finals.
For sure.
So
If it wasn't for TVD,
there's
he wins it first.
really not a number one guy that the league has. There's a bunch of extremely good superstars, but there's just not a number one guy. There's not their face. Yeah, right. There's not their megastar.
That's the difference between LeBron and Wemby. LeBron was hated because everybody was talking about him being the chosen one, and they put expectations on him, saying there was a thing where, if you're not the guy that everybody says you are, and you're not like a Hall of Fame player with 10 rings, they're gonna call you a bust, right? He exceeded that shit and more.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was probably the greatest player of all time. That's called friendship. They're not saying nothing about Wemby. They're not saying, oh shit, Wemby needs to be a Hall of Famer and win 10 rings with the Spurs.
Well, I heard that people have said he needs to be a Hall of Famer, bro.
I mean,
if he's on
he's on his way. So
to live up to his hype, but you could say that about a lot of players drafted in the as the first overall. People could be saying that about Caib, but they're not because he plays for Detroit.
That don't mean that. See, look, that don't mean that.
Paulo Banchero was the most underrated first pick. He's so good, but nobody talks about him. You know why? Orlando Magic, Caib. So shut up.
Who are you talking about, Paulo?
Yes.
Paulo's a fucking dog. Oh,
yeah.
Exactly. And nobody talks about him because he plays for the damn Magic.
I'm just trying to say, all right, look, all I'm going to say is that Victor should be on the Pistons right now. It's bullshit we didn't get the first overall pick.
Y'all should have got a lot of players. It should have been you. Y'all should have got
That's crazy. You were 4 years old. You didn't really even get to see them.
I'm so fucking pissed. Dude, I was sitting there on draft when they were doing the draft lottery, and I'm sitting there watching. They get the 5th overall pick 2 years in a row. And I'm like, bro, what is the point of being the worst team if you're not going to get the best player? It's bullshit.
At least y'all got a star. Y'all did get a great player. Well, not great, but
no, y'all got the wrong Thompson twin. You got the wrong Thompson twin, man.
No, Asar's pretty good.
He got picked before.
They're
good.
They're completely.
A man got a chance to be superstar potential.
A man hasn't fucking done anything. He's done the exact same shit that Asar has. They're pretty much neck and neck.
Bro, Asar's a dog. What is going on, bro?
Asar also.
I never said he wasn't.
Asar also has been dealing with injuries. Amen didn't see the court in his first year. He was in the G League pretty much the entire year. So
now he's hitting game winners.
Now he's hitting game winners. They're pretty much in the same position. I mean, the Thompson twins are pretty much neck and neck. Not one is better than the other. Amen is a better offensive player. Asar is a better defensive player. It's like they complement each other so well that you can't really clearly put one or the other ahead of the other. But no, I don't know what the NBA's gonna do when LeBron retires. I'm sure. Let's see.
They better push Luka as hard as they can.
He's already there. That's all I got. The kid's already in the building. He's right next to LeBron. Actually,
do you think that when LeBron retires, that 3 teams will retire his jersey? So the Cavs, Miami, and the Lakers.
Heat, Lakers. Yeah.
Of course.
I kind of wonder if Miami, or not Miami, the Lakers will do it. Yeah, I kind of wonder if the Lakers will. Just because, and just hear me out. I'm not saying it's because he didn't accomplish anything with the Lakers. But a lot of people have said that he probably won't get his jersey retired by the Lakers because of how prestigious the organization is. I don't understand that argument, to be honest.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
He's playing for the purple and gold. Of course.
Yeah.
He got y'all a championship.
He got y'all a championship.
Did you know the Lakers is his longest tenured team? He didn't even stay with the Cavs. His first stint, second time with the Cavs, he didn't even stay that long. 4 years,
Drafted in
7 seasons was fine.
2006. No, 2003, right?
Yeah.
2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess he is. He's been with the Lakers for 7 years. That's true. I was about to call you out, Justin. I was like, why are you spreading false information? Like, shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. My bad. No, I kind of wonder what the league's gonna look like. And so far,
they better not push Tatum. I hate that.
Looking good, bro. No draft, bro. I don't see not one draft class looking enough to get a megastar out of it. Cooper Flag
got a chance.
No. But do we see megastar in Cooper Flag?
Yes. That's my bro. I've never seen that
vibe from Cooper. Look, I'm not saying I think it's gonna be like a Paul George type of player, which gets you $500 million in earning plus.
Did you not see him
like multi-time All-Star?
Did you not see him getting buckets against the whole USA team?
I don't see him being the megastar that could take over, be the face of a friend, like not face of the league. I don't see him be the face of the league, bro. Like I don't see not one coming up player in these next few draft classes that could be the face of the league that's good for basketball.
Well, not face, but he'll be one of the best.
That's what we're talking about. No, that's what we're talking about. Basketball is not gonna be in a good hand, like not gonna be in good hands, bro. It's not gonna have that feel because we don't know who's gonna be the face of basketball, bro.
But that's cool because we have options. We got Tatum, we got Shaw, we got AE, we got Jokic, we still got
Did you just say AD?
Shea. Not AD. No, not AD.
Did you just say AD?
I did not say AD. I was trying to say Shea, and then
bro, those are not mega stars, bro. Because all those
Shea is not a mega star.
They're not mega. They're superstars. But they're not mega stars, bro. Like no.
Like being a megastar is being the face of the league. That's being a LeBron James. That's being a Kobe.
Oh, there's one face of the league.
That's being Curry, Durant. That's being those players, bro. That you look at. If you think of NBA basketball, you think LeBron, Curry, and Durant as of right now. You don't think it's
you're saying faces plural?
Those are the faces of the NBA. Bro, let's be. If you think of basketball, who do you think kids gonna think of? Curry, LeBron, and Durant. They don't think of them.
Not our kids, not the kids later, because they'll never see probably LeBron, Curry.
I promise you, they think about Curry, bro.
The kids from the future will not know who Stephen Curry is, only just by highlights.
Oh fuck
they
no!
Know
oh fuck no! We didn't watch Jordan, but we know who Jordan is.
I get what you mean, Justin. I think what Justin.
I'm talking about my face. They're not. They will say, "Wait, Steph was great, but was he the face though?"
We didn't watch Jordan, but we knew he was a face of basketball. We didn't watch Bird and Magic, but we knew they were the face of basketball one time. Come on, now.
Definitely didn't watch Wilt or Bill Russell, and they were the faces.
Oh, you did, bro. You did.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
You did.
Damn, I did not. I don't know where I was going there.
So I think what I gather is you don't feel that our kids, the next generation is gonna think that, Curry is the. Are you falling asleep, bro?
No, it's just my glasses.
I saw you with your eyes closed. I was like, damn, am I that
No,
boring?
I promise you, it's the glasses.
Shit.
It's the glasses. I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, I don't know where you were going with that, Justin. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to explain it, but I can't figure it out.
Wait, no. Can you say what you said before? I'm trying to think what I was trying to do.
Well, I said like how there's not gonna be no true megastar for a while, or do you talking about? I said just because we didn't watch Jordan or anybody, but we still know they were megastars because of the legacy. You think we're not gonna let that down? That Curry, LeBron, and Durant were not megastars in the game. When they went to the Olympics, who got the most cheers every time they got the ball? It was 3 players that got the most cheers every time they got the ball: LeBron, Curry, and fucking Durant. You think they was over there to see some fucking Tyrese Halliburton and Jason Tatum? They went to go see LeBron James. Even
Well,
even the opposing teams, the opposing countries cheer for LeBron freaking James and Steph Curry and Durant, bro. You think they came to
yeah.
see Bam Adebayo?
Okay, chill on Bam now.
No,
All
no,
right.
that's a great player. I'm just saying. Let's be real. Do you think they came to see those players?
No, they didn't. But I'm just trying to say, Luka, he's probably got the most chance to do it. Like he's
We've been
already
saying
the
that
And
for
that's the
number
3 years,
thing.
one.
though. We, I,
Yeah,
and I don't think that Luka's really gotten to that point yet where everybody thinks that he's the face of the league because you've had Luka, you've had Giannis, you've had Jokic, you've had Embiid. We know it's not going to be Embiid or Jokic because neither of them
they're
can,
old.
yeah. But Luka, we've been trying to say that for the past 3 years, and he hasn't done anything to get us to agree with that. And Giannis
I mean,
is
the Lakers move might get him to for since he's on the
maybe,
Lakers,
if
but
Him
he,
just playing for the Lakers is just gonna put him in that a whole nother stratosphere.
but
That's all
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
yeah, it's possible, but he got to win some accolades for it to be the go.
He's got
Like
the
if Anthony
accolades. He
Edwards
just
won
gotta.
MVP, he would have been the face of the league right by now, bro.
He's got the accolades. He just needs to win a chip. That's it.
see,
Nah, if he gets an MVP, he's pretty much the face of the league,
all
bro.
of these
'Cause
face of the league candidates have
Most
issues, man.
valuable. Most valuable player does not mean best player in the league, though. I don't care what people say.
it means something that's gonna give him marketable. It's like we
But
talk about.
you look at all these players though that are considered faces of the league, and they've all got issues. You look at like LeBron. LeBron is an amazing defensive and offensive player. He can do pretty much everything. Michael Jordan was the same exact way. Kobe was the same exact way. You've got all of these faces of the league now that have clear issues. Luka can score the ball like nobody else, but he cannot, for the life of him, play defense. You have
Or they don't play, or they just don't play the game of
exactly,
basketball.
like I was gonna say with Jokic. Jokic is one of the best centers we've ever seen, but he plays with such a lackadaisical, in such a lackadaisical
Doesn't take basketball
attitude.
seriously.
Right, he doesn't take it seriously. Joel Embiid doesn't see the court. Giannis is pretty much just run and dunk man right now. Or that's the label that he's been given. Who else do you got? I mean, you got Shea, but Shea hasn't done enough yet to get to that point. Anthony
I got one
Edwards,
more
same
question.
thing.
Cause you could watch a full basketball game back then. I don't think there's not a lot of people that can watch a full basketball game now, bro.
No,
I just don't.
no,
I just don't see it.
bro. You
You
gotta.
put
Because
let's say
the game has no variety. It's all threes. Nobody's
not
running
only
to
that,
the
you don't
rim.
know if your star players are gonna be playing or they're just not gonna play. Not
Yeah.
only that, there's no defense. They play none of the offensive players. They have too much of a pride and ego. They think just because they're gonna pay me $300 million so I can score 30 points.
And
They already know that.
it doesn't help that you have to have 15 different streaming services to watch a game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I haven't watched a Pistons game at all this year because I can't. They're all either market locked or they're fucking on some obscure streaming site that I can't afford.
Never heard.
Right. Like it used to be you get NBA League Pass and you could watch everything. Watch whatever game you want unless it was unless it was market locked, then you couldn't watch it. Now you have to have fucking Peacock, Amazon, fucking the NBA TV app,
Netflix.
League, yeah, Netflix, shit like that. And it's like, bruh, like I can't watch these games because I have to have 17 subscriptions to 17 different places to watch them.
Well, man, that's just capitalism. That's just capitalism. We can't really stop that.
No, I
You
get that,
can't
but
stop it, but that's just the reason why the basketball would never be like it used to be.
right, that's affecting the game in a bad way because these games are not getting the viewership that they used to.
Like, there's no players that's gonna give you that atmosphere. Remember that Christmas game with Durant with the Warriors when Durant was on the team and LeBron, Kyrie, and Cleveland? You will never get that atmosphere where every play is a win or lose situation. You will not get that because now players don't care. They just want to give you 30 points and let you score 40 on them. They don't care about none of that stuff. They just care about scoring. Back then, like I say back then, but it's only 5 years ago. You know how much the game changed in 5 years? Players don't want to play the game no more. Players just want to sit back and be divas. That's not like it's not good for basketball, bro. For a marketing aspect, it's good because you're getting your money. Okay, we all down for them getting their money, but as fans, it's especially ticket prices going to a game. You're letting it come from it, bro. It's not a social media interaction course at an arena. It's no real fans at a basketball game now. Like, let's be real. The crowd is very much important when it comes to watching a basketball game. If that makes sense.
Think of it like this: it's cheaper for me to go to a Detroit Pistons game than it is for me to watch it at home. That's bad. I
Yeah.
mean, I get that Detroit is not like a crazy great team, but it costs me $10 to get a ticket into a Detroit Piston game. It costs me $15 to get a streaming service to watch them play. That's why I think viewership's
Then it's
down.
monthly. And then it's monthly.
Exactly, and then it's monthly. That's why I think viewership's down. And you know, you pair that with there not being a clear cut face of the league anymore. You pair that with the players. You don't even know if the player's going to play. You know, it's kind of a combination of a bunch of different shit. I mean, I'm going to be interested to see this trade deadline. I'm going to be very interested to see what else happens.
The
Well,
Lakers might trade for
we
Walker
saw
Kessler.
moves. We saw moves like Kuzma to the Bucks for Chris
That's a
Middleton and some
terrible
stuff,
trade for the
Yeah.
Bucks.
which is horrible.
I know
We
Alex
saw
is
another.
pissed as shit at that.
No, he was
Jimmy
defending it. He was
didn't
defending
get
it.
What?
bro.
He
What
was
did-
saying that Kuzma adds more speed to her team and more scoring to her team. I said, yeah, he's going to get you fucking 15 points on 20 shots. And the kid's not going to play a lick of defense, but yeah.
Bro is not nice. Like, bro, when he's wrong, he tries to like make up for it or like try to change it, make you think that he thought the other thing. But fuck him. And there was a whole nother big trade that happened the same day that nobody cares about because Luka got traded. De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs,
That's a
which
great
I don't
trade.
know what happened,
That was a great
which is
trade.
crazy. Like, brings so much speed. He's an all-star type point guard. You pair him with Wemby, who just became an all-star this year and about to be a superstar. And then there was a whole trade with Zach LaVine to the Kings. I don't even know what that is.
The
But that could be something, maybe. I don't know.
The Bucks are in such a weird ass position. Can I say that? Like, am I allowed to legally say that? They're in such a weird.
It's not
position.
crazy. It's not crazy to say that.
They're like they have an aging point guard in Dame Lillard who's still playing very well. I'll give him that. But they don't really have any draft capital to trade. They just traded Chris Middleton, who was playing pretty good for him, but he was on a massive contract, so you had to give up more than you probably would have if he wasn't. So they're in such a weird position because Giannis can't shoot the ball. He's not like it's not a shooter. He doesn't shoot very much. When he does shoot, he's not terrible, but he's not really the type of he's kind of that type of player that you want to build around, but you have to build so much around him to actually make it work. The Heat are in kind of a similar position. I don't really know what the Heat are doing.
We had to let go of a guy that, wanted to leave. And we're trying to build.
I get that, but you all really don't have the draft capital to build anymore. So
We're going to go in free agency.
for who? To get who?
I don't even know. It's future.
You all
Future
don't have
things.
you all don't have a star, that's for sure.
We got Tyler Hero.
He's not a star. Come on. He's not somebody
gonna
you
be-
build the team around.
Yeah, no, he's not.
No.
But yeah.
Bam Adebayo is not a type of guy you build around. Like, if I'm the Heat, and Justin, just take this with a grain of salt. If I'm the Heat, that's okay. If I'm the Heat, I'm rebuilding. I'm tearing the team apart.
Or the Heat. We don't rebuild. Come on.
I know, but
When have we ever rebuilt?
you
We don't
gotta
even know
think,
what that means.
the Heat have kind of been in this position for the last few years where they're kind of just spinning in circles. They get rid. They let Dwayne Wade leave, retire. Then they have a year of kind of bad play. Then they go out and they get Jimmy Butler, and they're good for another small amount of time, but it doesn't amount to anything. They don't win anything. They go to the finals, they get blown the hell out by the Lakers, and the next year they run it back with pretty much the same exact team, and they make it to the playoffs. They don't succeed. They don't win a championship. Now they're kind of coming back in that circle where they've traded their star player, they let their star player leave or retire or whatever, and now they're going back in that circle again of, well, who's going to be their next star player? The Heat are not, their model that they have right now, in my opinion, is just not sustainable. It's not. I mean, they haven't won anything since 2012 when they had the big three. And the model that they've been trying to run recently, because they've kind of been forced into it with their lack of actual assets to trade, you've got to get some assets. They have to get assets. And the only way they're going to get those assets is trading Duncan Robinson, who you can't trade because he's just pretty much a shooter, provides nothing else for the most part. Tyler Hero, who's an amazing point guard, shooting guard, whatever you want to call him, but he's inconsistent. And Bam Adebayo, who is a center but has some injury concerns, and many teams don't view him as a center. So the Heat need to figure out what the fuck they're doing. They're kind of in the same position that the Pistons were a few years ago, where they're kind of in the middle of, like, they want to compete, they want to rebuild.
No.
You don't think so?
We have never been in the Pistons
Okay.
type of situation. I'm sorry.
So let me make a comparison for you and see if it makes sense to you. The Pistons in 2018 traded for Blake Griffin. They went to the playoffs and they got swept in round 1 by the Bucks. We
traded for Jimmy Butler and went to the finals.
Okay. What is the difference between this year's Heat team right now and that 2018 Pistons team?
We didn't trade for a star. Oh, fuck.
And what happened the year after? What happened the year after the Pistons got swept in the first round? They blew up the team because it was bad. Well, no, they continued to try and compete, and it didn't work. The Heat are slowly getting to that trajectory of they don't have the assets to compete, and they don't have the assets to rebuild. So they're kind of in no man's land where they have to go. You're either going to have to go all out and try and win now, which is not always a good idea, or you're going to have to rebuild, and you're going to have to suck for a few years. And that's what I think that Heat should do.
We sucked a lot after LeBron left, so I'm used to that. But, like, I did see a report in 2026 that we'll have like 80 million in cap space if we free up some shit, and that's a heavy free agency class.
But who are you going to get for 80 million? That could be spent on one player. That could be spent on 3. What one player are you getting for 80 million that's gonna be worth it?
Luka will be a free agent
in the NBA. Is like 10 million in NFL. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that 80 million, all it takes is 2 players.
No, I'm talking about cap space. I'm talking about cap space.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
My point is, like, who are you gonna get
35
to make you a win now team for 80 million?
If the Lakers don't work out, Luka, we could get him.
But you're gonna have the same problem that the Mavs had. You're not gonna have defense. You're gonna be all offense.
He always gonna have some defenders, bro. Yeah. He always gonna have some defenders.
And I love what we do in the draft. We find gems that nobody gives a freak about and find them.
Okay, hold on, buddy. You find Jaime Jaquez. You didn't find Tyler Hero. You didn't find Tyler Hero. Okay, he was a first-round pick. Everybody knew what Tyler Hero was coming out of Kentucky.
They were later lotteries, though. Later lottery picks.
I get that, but everybody knew what he was. Nobody knew who Jaime Jaquez was, and I'll give you that. That was an amazing draft find. But
no, he was a dog at UCLA. Who didn't know who Jaime Jaquez was?
But I'm saying when it comes, nobody expected Jaime Jaquez to come into the NBA and dominate the way he did.
No big line I did. His game in college reminded me of an NBA player. So I said he went
He
to
was
the right
polished.
system.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he had a
polished.
very polished game. So yeah, he was gonna be all right.
And also, Khalil Ware. That boy's
No,
been turning up.
Khalil Ware is a dog, bruh.
I don't know how we got him, but
No,
bro,
y'all
these
have
gems.
great scouts, bro. The Heat have one of the best scouts in
Hey,
the
bro.
whole
So
draft.
when are the
I mean, the
Pistons
whole
winning the
If
championship?
Khalil Ware at least becomes a
Hold
fringe
on,
type
time
all
out,
star,
Justin. Time out, Justin. No, what you say about the
Nothing.
Pistons?
Don't worry about it.
Nah, he said the Pistons are finna win the
No, I
championship
didn't say
because
that. I didn't say that.
what you say?
I said
it's
when
been
are
21
I
years,
said
bro.
when are the Pistons gonna win a championship?
It's been
Never.
21
Oh,
years.
my
It'll be
fault,
another
Justin.
21 years.
Never.
Yeah,
Damn.
if Khalil Ware could
Never.
become like even a fringe all star type player, and we if we suck next year, which we're probably going to be, and we had that 2029 first round pick, get some picks, man. Shoot, we could find somebody in the draft,
I'm about to start
and
hating on the
you get a
Mavericks.
free agent.
Yeah, that's a good
But
plan. That's a good plan.
yeah,
I mean, it could work. It's definitely more than what the Mavericks have done. Um, you know,
okay, defend your team.
All right, bro.
What I'm trying to
You need to
say.
give up on
Listen
that.
here.
No, you need to give
Listen.
up on
Listen.
that.
It might have been 20 years since we won a championship. You all won one championship with Dirk Nowitzki, and you didn't build around him correctly at all. Y'all got lucky in 2011. You got belt to ass in 2005 against the fucking Heat.
For sure, bro. I'm not even gonna sit here
Lucky
and
in
deny that,
2011.
bro. I'm not gonna sit here and
Yeah.
deny it.
I'm on that shit right now. I
No,
want all the
no, look,
smoke.
the Mavericks will always be a playoff team with horrible team building. Horrible team building.
They're going to be a
Dirk
playoff
was
team.
2011.
I'd rather not be a playoff team and potentially
No,
increase
that's
my
you're
chances
not
of
getting
getting
what I'm saying.
a player.
You're not getting my point though. We're always gonna be like we're good enough. Like our staff is good enough to build a playoff team.
I mean,
But
I'm going to hate
are we anything more than that? Let's be. Are we anything more than a playoff team?
No.
No, exactly. And we traded away our only window of a championship, in my opinion. Now look, this is what I want. I was thinking about this earlier. This is my last point before I get off, guys. Uh, let's say that Luka trade for the Mavericks fuck around and works. You know the strain that puts on every other team to be like, if that worked for the Mavericks, why not? Why not would that not work for me? They're gonna start if the Mavericks somehow get to the finals with this whole trade after this trade. A lot of superstars are going to get traded, not only in the NBA, in the NFL too. All eyes will be on the Mavericks, how they built that team, because now it's going to be like, no, I'm dead serious about think about it. If that trade fuck around and works, all right, fuck around and gets us to the championship and somehow win. A lot of superstars are going to be in depth of a job that's like Anthony Edwards. He might be in contention out of his job if they don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting my point, are you?
No, I get it. I'm trying to see. I mean, I get where you're going with it. If it works for the Mavericks, then it could kind of send a signal to every superstar that they're not, that they are expendable and that they can be traded and they can be gotten rid of, and the team can still succeed. But I don't know if necessarily it's a fair comparison when it comes to other players, because Luka had clear issues in his game that led to him being traded. No defense. He was fat. He had conditioning issues. That was why he was stated to be traded. So would you compare the situation between Luka and Anthony Edwards, who is in shape, who has been on a contending team as well, and doesn't have very many issues in his game? He just doesn't have a good supporting cast around him. I don't know if those are really fair comparisons, in my opinion.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off and bye, go live. All right. By the way, fuck Justin and fuck the Mavericks. Bye.
Okay, fuck it. Damn.
Okay, well, we're gonna call it here, because we are running out of time, and I have something I have to do. So,
Oh, sorry.
that was the Depressed Dallas Boys podcast. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the inclusion of NBA content, and if you guys liked it. Other than that, Justin, do you have anything to add?
Sports will be back soon. The NFL draft is coming up. Prospects, pro days. Shoot, watch out for the UFL. Sports will be alive soon.
Mm-hmm.
Just get ready, and we will be reporting about it.
Keep
Love y'all.
keep an eye on my channel, and we'll be releasing more of those draft prospect videos, and we'll get them out. And hopefully we can help you guys learn about some of these lower name players. But other than that, guys, that was the DeBrest Dallas Boys podcast, and you have a good rest